So the client gets a sticker after a 2-minute timer goes off. This is most likely A, fixed interval, B, variable interval, C, contingent reinforcement, or D, non contingent reinforcement. B is the correct answer, non contingent reinforcement. And here's why. And this is the tricky thing about interval schedules. People always think of an interval schedule as the person getting the thing right when the timer goes off, and that's not it. It's the first response after the timer goes off. So if somebody gets a sticker after a 2-minute timer goes off, that's non contingent reinforcement, which means they're getting a sticker just on a schedule. There is no contingency in place there. This is actually a great intervention procedure. So it essentially satiates the desire for whatever it is that's the function of the behavior. So if the person's tantruming to get access to an iPad, you just give non-contingent access to the iPad, so the person doesn't have to tantrum anymore to access it. It's a really powerful tool, but when we're talking about schedules, they have to actually do the response. So it's either the first response after the timer goes off or a certain number of responses before one produces a reinforcer, but they have to have done the response right before. Otherwise, like, what are we potentially reinforcing? It may not be the behavior that we want to. So it's not a fixed interval, it's not a variable interval, and it's not contingent reinforcement because it's not contingent on a response. Instead, this is non-contingent reinforcement. So looking at the difference in that, when we talk about ratio and interval schedules, ratio schedules require a number of responses before one response produces reinforcement. Interval schedules require an elapsed time. Here's the kicker and the key word, before a response produces reinforcement. So if the scenario doesn't have a response, then that's not contingent reinforcement. It's not a schedule of reinforcement, non contingent reinforcement.